Welcome to Magic Arcanum, I'm Ryan Gomez, and I'm so glad you're here because it's preview time! Wizards of the Coast gave me a card to preview from the upcoming Ultimate Masters set, and now you get to see it here first. I won't keep you waiting, here's Glen Elendra Archmage with all new art. But this is Magic Arcanum, where we talk about stories, not just cool cards, so what is this little grasshopper-looking wizard? Why is it so hard to kill, and who is Glen Elendra? Well, first things first, Glen Elendra isn't a who, it's a where. This card was first printed in Eventide, which was the second set in the Shadowmoor block. Both of them took place on Lorwyn, which is one of Magic's most ambitious planes. Now, Lorwyn is unique for two reasons. First, every 300 years, it goes through a transformation in which it changes from a bright and sunny landscape into one that is dark and full of terrors. And second, there are no humans on Lorwyn, or Shadowmoor, as it's known after going through the transformation caused by what's called the Great Aurora. When the plane goes through this change, all the creatures who live there also go through a change and become dark and twisted versions of themselves, except for the Fae, or fairies. Their home, Glen Elendra, is protected by a magical veil that makes them immune to the Great Aurora. There are other fairies who mention this safe haven as well. Glen Elendra Liege, Pranksters, and Sentinels are all named for it, and it shows up in the flavor text of a few other cards. Secluded Glen is a land that stands in for the actual Glen Elendra. I have to assume they didn't want to name it that, and then they'd be forced to make it legendary, which would be a problem because a lot of decks probably want more than one copy of this in play at a time. Una is the queen of the fairies, and she lives in Glen Elendra. It's her magic that creates the veil that protects her and all the rest of the fairies from the Great Aurora. She also has her own band of loyal guardians. And this Michael Jackson-looking one. Anyway, Persist is a mechanic that appeared on about 25 different cards within the block. It wasn't unique to the fairies, although it gives the Archmage here the rather special ability of being able to counter two different non-creature spells. That's annoying. Another card that it showed up on was Kitchen Finks, which is also available in Ultimate Masters. Glen Elendra did also get featured as a plane chase card. The abilities on it seem to reference the fairies' love of stealing the dreams from the other creatures on Lorwyn, and then somehow using them to gain control of them. I have to admit this might not be the most mechanically sound card. So there you go, that's the story. Glen Elendra Archmage hails from Glen Elendra. She's protected by Una's magic, and she's got a bunch of other fairy sisters. They're all a bunch of nimble tricksters, and they live together on Lorwyn, or Shadowmoor, depending where in the 300-year cycle you are. We'll be seeing her alongside Bitter Blossom and maybe a few other fairy cards in the upcoming Ultimate Masters. I hope you enjoyed this preview. I want to thank Wizards of the Coast one more time for supplying me with such a fun card to talk about. Magic Arcanum is going to be taking a brief break for a couple of weeks while I spend the Thanksgiving holiday with my friends and family. But in the meantime, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our return and all the great stories you'll only find here on Magic Arcanum. I'll see ya.